This is a brief introduction to Total Life Changes, a company that provides products and community that you'll feel. The year was 1994, and Jack Fallon had a vision to help the world. So in 1999, with the help of his best friend John Licari, Total Life Changes was born. So how did it get started? With one product that Jack really believed in, Nutribur, a multi-liquid vitamin packed with all that and a bag of chips. Well, not the chips, but you get the idea. Fast forward to 2003, and Total Life Changes becomes incorporated. We got busy, real busy. We established TLC World Headquarters in Fairhaven, Michigan. Now we offer 38 products, taking thousands of orders daily.
Thank you for calling Total Life Changes.
And shipping to more than 150 countries across the globe. It doesn't matter what lifestyle you have or diet you're on. TLC's products and community is for everyone. And now you know a little, actually a lot, about Total Life Changes.
Man, I don't want to wake up.
Psych! I'm just kidding. Time to get to this grind.
I've been working for 3 weeks straight and I haven't even slept yet.
Let's go, Sunday Hustle, ready to push!
Welcome to the Sunday Hustle. Here we go.
Welcome to the Sunday Hustle. Today is Sunday, November 8th, the 9th episode of this incredible show that we've started 9 weeks ago. Can you believe it, little Joe? 9 weeks ago that I would still be here. Wow. Well, great morning to everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope you're out there hustling. Thanks again for tuning in with me. It really means a lot. It really means the most to me for all my viewers and everyone that continues to join and chime in every single Sunday, because without your support, I would be nowhere. And it's just really... It's really shocking to come nine episodes later to look back to where we first started and to look to where we're going. And it's just super incredible, and I'm just really super excited for it. This week, I have an incredible guest. This young lady is really going to give us a perspective that we've never seen on this show. Granted, I'm near the same age as her, just a couple years older, but she's going to give us that raw and uncut perspective of what it's like to really be a kid, so-and-so, or a teenager or a young adult. But we're going to get to her real soon. But I just want to highlight our winners from last week's challenge. And those are 10 people. And all you had to do was comment, do you believe in yourself? Last week we had on the lovely Miss Rosa Gonzalez. And she really just shared her story and shined a light on domestic violence and speaking up and talking about how it's okay to say, essentially. She went through her incredible life and her incredible story, and really shared of how she became the person that she is today, and became and what she's really gone through. And so those 10 people that commented, you're going to win this Sunday Hustle limited edition Element shirt and her favorite product, which is NRG, and they are Felicia Holiday, Janelle Aretha Jacobs, Myra Bryant, Joe Jala, Monique Ellis, Tamara Basenti, Patricia Eland, Liliana Finley, Robin Wells, and Alian Milan. Thank you so much for commenting, and thank you so much for participating in last week's episode. And really thank you for just sharing Rosa's story and being, that support for her that she really needed, because she's just doing an incredible job of really crusading the world, of sharing her story and changing this personification and this mindset, and really just educating people about this kind of hard to talk about subject, and kind of a very sensitive subject, but it's so important to educate those and to become well knowledgeable about it, for men, women, and anyone in between as well. Our fan of the week this week is Tamara Bensty. She joined Total Life Changes on March 17th, 2020. And she says, I believe in myself, and I do, because I know I can attain great things. She loves tuning into the Sunday Hustle every single Sunday. Thank you so much, Tamara, for being the fan of the week this week. We are going to give you 50 TLC points just for simply joining and supporting me. I appreciate it. And thank you for just sharing this incredible show and this, sharing the incredible message of love, great news, positivity, whatever you want to gather out of this show, and continue to do that because it really it means the most to me and it means the most to everyone that you're touching. Real quick before we transition into the interview, I just want to highlight Total Life Changes just launched a brand new sample, and that is the Nutribur Samples. It looks great, it feels great, it's gorgeous. It tastes great. So if you are ever wanting to try this amazing product that we call Nutribur, get this 2-day sample. You're going to consume it, tear it right open, drink it back, and you're really going to feel it right away. So it is available now in your back office. So purchase these today. Get out there, share the world what this amazing product can do that we call Liquid Gold. It's jam-packed with so many minerals and vitamins and phytonutrients and amino acids, and it's really just going to make you feel great. So get your hands on it and share it with the rest of the world. All right. With that being said, I am so excited to bring up this young lady to the stage, to the microphone, to the couch. And she has an incredible father. She has an incredible mother. They both obtained great things in their lives and still are obtaining those great things. But she is here to talk about herself today. She is here to talk about her life, what she's gone through, and her perspective. So it is my honor and it is my pleasure to bring up the beautiful, the young, the gorgeous, whatever other word or adjectives you want to use to describe her, Miss Gabriella Licari. Gabriella, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing super fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's such an honor to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for taking some time on this Sunday to really just join me and join the rest of the viewers that are partaking and that are out there watching us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
No problem.
All right, Gabriella. So I brought you on to the show because we've really been hearing a perspective of a lot of older people, right? Or I say older people, but people kind of just older than me and you.
Right.
And the whole concept of the Sunday Hustle was to inspire those in the younger generation, inspire those in our generation, right? Generation Z, the millennial generation, and the one to come beyond that. And I've really done a great job of, securing and bringing on those that have gone through life already, right? That have that 40 plus, 50 plus years of experience, that have really shared what they've gone through, like your father, like Mr. Jack Fallon, like Rosa Gonzalez, any other guests that I brought on, Kasaya Setner, she was my very first guest, and they really did a great job of sharing, what they've gone through, how they've gone through it, how they've overcome it. But I decided that I wanted to bring you onto the show because you're my age. We're in the same generation. We have the same, similar lifestyle, right? You're a senior in high school. So I don't know. I'm just really excited to have you. I'm really excited for you to share what you have to the viewers out there. So I just want you to start with, telling us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you go to high school, maybe what your plans are. Just let's start from there.
Okay. Well, I'm Gabriella, right?
Uh-huh. And who's your dad one more time?
My dad is John Licari.
Whoa! And your mother?
Yeah, my mom is Christina.
Okay.
I'm a senior this year.
Okay.
I'm 17, and I go to Eisenhower High School.
Okay.
And I plan to go to beauty school next year.
Okay.
Right. And I don't know.
So
Not that interesting.
for those of you that don't understand, a senior is a 12th grade.
12, yes.
Yep, so those are international viewers. So she is in 12th grade or in grade 12, whatever way you want to word that. Beauty school. So that's kind of not like a normal trend or a normal transition
Right.
here, at least in the United States. Talk to me about like what kind of encouraged you to want to go to beauty school, and what do you want to specifically study in beauty school?
Okay. I feel like ever since I was super young,
Okay.
I would be like sitting in front of the mirror, like trying to do my makeup or stuff like that. And I feel like my brain, I feel like I was never the type of person who could just like sit in school and just like get awesome grades and just like sit there and like write essays. Like my brain like never like worked like that.
Uh-huh.
I felt like I was always like, I wanted to take like art classes or like more in like the other kind of route, like.
Yeah.
But just it's something I always loved doing.
Okay.
And I feel like my parents were always like, you got to do what you love doing, and then you'll be more happy.
You'll be happy.
Right.
So, and I think that's so important, right? So you're going to beauty school to pursue your passion, and do you want to go more of like the hair, or do you want to go more of along the makeup and the esthetician side?
Probably more like makeup.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So you want to be like a professional makeup artist one day?
Right.
Oh, that's really awesome. So I think that's so important, like that you're bringing that up at such a young age and that you recognize that, right? Because so many of us, right? So many of our friends, so many of our peers essentially are, don't really know what they want to do, right? And that's such a hard question to like, hey, what do you want to do for the next 40 years of your life? Now, thankfully, you're different, and you just know that your passion is beauty, and your passion is making other people feel prettier and feel more confident about themselves. So that's awesome. But I think that's such an important message that you're sharing. Like, it's okay to follow your passion if it's out of the norm, right? If it's not that 4-year college plan or that 10-year doctorate plan or whatever the case may be. So that's super awesome. That's super inspiring that you're doing that. So beyond beauty school and beyond pursuing your passion, you have some very passionate parents. Johnny was on my show I think about a month ago now, maybe 3 weeks, whatever. But he was on my show sharing his passion and sharing his inspiration and talking about the third influence and financial mindset. And then your mother actually joined Rosa Gonzalez, I believe a month ago as well, if not in a similar timeline. And she really talked about being passionate and pursuing a beauty degree, and really just following her dreams essentially, and how she was able to raise you guys and then also stay busy at work. So tell me what it's like with living with parents like that, right? Your dad's this inspirational speaker. Your dad's this, he inspires hundreds of thousands of people around the world. And your mom is, has thousands of clients that she sees every single day, that she's making them feel better or become a better version of themselves. So what's it like at home?
Honestly, well, yeah, I always come home. My dad's always... he's always working. He loves his job though, and like you can tell. Like I remember when I was younger, like you can just see a difference in him from like when I was younger and from now. Like he loves what he does now. Like he wants to get up and like keep working. And at home, I feel like I'm a better person now too, because like I feel like I'm more independent, and I'm more like I have goals now, like that I want to accomplish, and
I think that's super important, right? Having your own goals and setting those, because you can't live life without having a mission, right? Or having something to achieve, because the number one thing that I preach is being comfortable with uncomfortable, right? So like if you're not setting a goal, or if you're not having something to look forward or try to achieve, then what are you doing? You're just walking through life, right? Are you a skeleton? But I think that's so important what you touched on at first, when like your dad is a much happier person, right? Even though he does work a lot, right? He probably spends more time here than he does at home, or when he's at home, he has his computer open, and just changing lives by answering his emails, jumping on phone calls, just giving his words of advice, right? So what is it for you to see your dad do that, right? To see all these people look up to him, to see all these people, just have this respect for him, essentially, right? What is it like to see that?
Honestly, it's kind of crazy. Like sometimes I feel like it doesn't even fully process through my mind. Like, but I don't know. I'm super proud of him, obviously, and it inspires me to do better and just work
become
harder,
right, and become a better version of yourself, right? So I know you probably even more than you think I know you, right? So me and your dad are very close, and we've talked about a couple things, and I do know that you know, like you've had your peaks and valleys, just like me, right? Just like anyone, like you've gone up and you've gone down. And I know that you're on a track for great success, and you're following your passion, and you're, you know, establishing, you know, that vision, right? That you want to go to beauty school, that you want to become more passionate about something. So tell me what it's like. Talk to our viewers, talk to all those that are our age that, you know, might have gone through a low part of their life, or might have surrounded themselves with the wrong crowd or the wrong people. Talk to us about that, how you got through that, and then how you you know, kind of trajected out of that.
Right. So yeah, I would say probably like, I feel like if you'd talk to anyone that knew me like maybe like 4 years ago, they would tell you that I'm nowhere near the same person that I used to be. And I feel like everybody goes through like that one part of their life where they did things that they wish they didn't, or they like hung out with wrong people, or just didn't have like many goals, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel watching like, a big part of it is like watching my dad too.
Okay.
It's just, he's always, I don't even know how to explain it, just he's super passionate about what he does, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's always just like, I don't know, just the environment of that is in my house now, I feel like is just work super hard on yourself, love yourself, be the best you. And I just wanted a better life for myself too. So I feel like focusing more on my goals and just realizing like what I wanted to do in my life and what I wanted my life to be when I'm older helped me to be a better version of myself and all that.
I love that. So what do you really think, was it your dad, your mom, I don't know who or what action like really like struck you that said, you know, I need to set a goal, or I want to pursue my dreams? Like what happened to?
Honestly, I feel like it was when I turned 15, I got my first job. And so then it was like every weekend I couldn't go out. Every single day I was waking up for work. It was just me keeping myself more busy and just surrounding myself around the right kind of people who shared like similar goals as me, who wanted to get stuff done and be more successful. I feel like it's who you surround yourself around is super important.
I think that's the most important part, right? And that's what we struggle with as a generation, because we have social media, we have Snapchat, we have Instagram, Twitter, I mean, whatever other platform you want to use. And there's such this stigmatism that exists, right? It's, we're going to post this picture at the beach with all my friends. Well, little do like the viewers or the likers know that they're probably not even friends, right? So they're living this lavish life, or they're living this glorious life that we're kind of expected as a generation to live up to, right? Or you know, as a person, we kind of want to match that or want to compare that. And I think what really like turned in your life was getting your first job, right? And aligning yourself with people that had a vision to become better, right? And that's so important that we as a generation accept that we need to become better, right? That it's not always about how many followers we have on Instagram or how many views we get on our Snapchat story, but it's rather about those 10 key people that are in your life, that are pushing you to become a better version, that are pushing you to follow your dreams, and they're not pushing you against your dreams, right? There's so many different ways to parent, right? There's no right parenting book. There's no right, blueprint of how to parent. But I think it's so important, and you have such a great help with your father and your mother being passionate and allowing you to follow your dreams, right? And allowing you to pursue what you want to pursue. And I think for our older viewers out there, that's so important. Coming from a kid, right? Coming from a kid myself, I still classify myself as a kid, right? We really just want to pursue our dreams, right? I think sometimes as a parent, you set your dreams for your kid yourself, right? You say, I want my kid to do this because I wasn't able to do this. But sometimes we just wish we could say, just take a step back, right? Let me pursue that. And I really think that's what your parents did. They took a step back and they said, you follow your dreams, you pursue your passions, you go through your own failures to learn, right? Because that's the biggest life lesson. That's the biggest teacher, right? Your dad could sit there and preach and yell at you for hours and say, think happy and be happy and live a positive life.
Yeah.
But you're really not going to hear it from him, right? One,
Yeah.
because he's your dad, and two, because he's not really letting you do the actions.
Right.
And failure is the biggest teacher. Anyways, I don't even know how I got onto that tangent, but so my first message was, parents, let your children pursue their passions, let them follow their dreams, and let them just, be themselves and really just, I guess, follow their dreams essentially. So if you're out there watching, take a note, let your children follow their dreams and let them become passionate. And going back to you, Gabriella, speaking of failure and speaking of that being one of the greatest life lessons and the greatest teacher, tell us, everyone fails. Everyone goes through a failure. Everyone makes a mistake. How did you, in anything, it could be anything. Maybe you failed a test, or maybe you did something, a decision in life that you didn't want to do. How do you get out of that, right? So do you have a special recipe, or do you do something that you do, or
I feel like you have to want it first.
Yeah.
How do you get out of the situation? Just wanting better for yourself, I guess. Yeah.
I think that's how you get out of it.
Yeah, you have to want it.
Yeah. Right. You have to want to become better.
Yeah. I feel like you also have to do it for yourself. Because if you're doing it for somebody else, it's just not gonna work out.
Yeah, right. Do it for yourself, right, and not allow. Going back to the, not allowing yourself to, follow the dreams of other people, right? Whether it's your parents or whether it's your friends or whether it's your cousins or whoever it is. Follow your own dreams, follow your own passion, and do it for yourself. I think that's so important. And as I'm skimming down here, because the script is made ahead for me, and it's so funny because we never really talk about what we're going to have. I like my interviews to kind of just be free-spirited and come off the heart and just whatever's on the mind. And it literally says, as the tip of the week, have a vision, right? So create that vision, set those goals, become passionate. Follow your dreams, whatever other synonym or metaphoric phrase you want to use, have a vision, right? And do it for yourself. And I think that's so important. And I think it's so important to hear it from someone at 17 years old, right? Someone who still has so many more years of their life to live, so many mistakes still to make, so many life lessons still to learn. But I really think you're inspiring people, and you don't even know it yet. It might be different with school being online and not being able to see kids in the classroom, or not being able to, have this what, quote unquote normal life, what we used to be normal. Right now, our new normal might be different. Yeah. But you're inspiring people. You're inspiring those parents out there that are watching. You're inspiring those kids that are out there watching, to become better, to follow their passion, and to really, just be happy. And I think that's the most important thing in life. Right. It's not always about the monetary. It's not always about making sure you're pleasing others, but rather that you're living a happy life. Yeah. Because the pleasing of others and then the monetary values and every other thing, every other excuse that you want to have to not follow your passion will come later. It will come in due time, because I promise you, the environment, the nature, the universe, God, it will all pay itself back. Whatever you believe in and whatever you see, it will all come in full circle and full tuition. And it makes me smile to have someone like you on the show today, and to have someone like you share the same vision and share the same mindset, if I say, as me, right? That I'm following my passion. I started here at 14 years old, and everyone was like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They're all I got so much heat at
Yeah.
school, at home, in my friend group outside of school. What are you doing? Be a kid. Go out and party. Like, why are you doing that? I still to this day get like, what the heck are you doing? But for all the young viewers out there, take it from Gabriella. Just follow your passion, and be yourself, and just, and that's what's going to make you happy. Because I tell you what, I am the happiest version of myself than I ever was 5 years ago. And even though everyone said, no, you should have been a kid. No, you shouldn't have showed up late to the football games. No, you should go to college and live those 4 years and just like let it go. But it's something told me different. And my passion comes from inspiring other people, and bringing other people like you to inspire those, right? To inspire the females in our generation, or to inspire the someone that, might have stopped and said, ooh, she's pretty. Let me hear what she has to say. Or, whatever the case may be, and whoever's out there watching, I think that's where, I don't know. I'm going on tangents now, but you're inspiring people, and I thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So do you have any last minute comments, a tip, a trick, maybe like something that you just want to say to all the viewers out there, that just one little piece of advice that you got?
I would say that, like, at the end of the day, like, this is your life, I feel like there's so many like standards nowadays of what you should be, especially like on social media. Like, you should look a certain way, you should act a certain way, but I feel every single person's like, everyone's different.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks the same way, nobody lives the same life. I feel like you should just be yourself. I feel like that's super important, and just live the life that you want to live, right?
I love it.
Like you were saying.
Yeah. Be yourself. That's the message of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Show over. Just be yourself. No, I'm just joking. But thank you, Gabriella, so much for your time today. Don't go anywhere. But I really thank you, for being yourself, and for following your passion, and for really changing our generation, because you might not feel it now, but everyone that's watching, you're really, I know you've touched them in some way. And then when this video gets shared, and when you just continue on your trek of life, you're really going to be changing people's lives.
Thank
you.
you
For that.
Thank you for having me too.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the feel-good story of the week. So every single week, Gabriella, we announce a feel-good story. So I kind of retitled this entire platform the Good News Network, or the Positive News Network, everything at TLC, because there's so much negativity that happens in the world that's displayed on other news networks. And this is the Good News Network, the TGN. And so I do a feel-good story of the week, and this week it's called The Breakfast Surprise. And it says, my dad, who has no idea how to cook, knew I'd be in meetings all day long. So he woke me up extra early, and he made me pancakes and coffee. They tasted awful, but they were a wonderful, wonderful surprise. I love this man. They tasted awful, but I tell you what, the gesture is what means everything. I'm sure the coffee tasted great. So all you men out there that are watching today, make your significant other breakfast, even if you don't know how to cook. If it's your wife, your daughter, your son, whoever the case may be, significant other, children, cousin, whoever you have over, make them breakfast, because they deserve it. And that small little gesture means a lot. Just like in this breakfast surprise, it meant the most to her, even though it tasted horrible. Alrighty, if you have a feel-good story, again, please submit them at thesundayhustle@totallifechanges.com. Again, that is thesundayhustle@totallifechanges.com. We want to air your story on this show, and really just inspire others to feel good and have those inner endorphins get released. All right, like I touched on earlier, the tip of the week is to have a vision. Miss Gabriella Lacari said, follow your dreams, pursue your passion, set goals, and really just be yourself. So we want you to be yourself and have a vision. So Like this, the founder and CEO of Tumblr, David Karp, notes that an entrepreneur is someone who has a vision for something and has a desire to create it. So keep your vision clear at all times. And like our CVO, our Chief Visionary Officer, Jack Fallon says, believe in more and always be hungry for more and set goals. So our challenge this week, for the first 5 people to comment what your vision is, you're going to win the limited edition Sunday Hustle Element shirt. And of course, my favorite product, and because it's a sample and it just came out, the 16-ounce Nutribur regular flavor. Right here, we're gonna get you that bottle. So we want you to comment, what is your vision? So pursue your passions, set a vision, set goals, and really just be yourself. There's so many awesome messages that you shared with us today, Gabriella. So again, thank you so much for your time. And thank you for just inspiring those in our generation to become better and really just be themselves. And that means the most to me, and it means the most to everyone out there watching. Thank you. So again, this concludes the 9th episode of the Sunday Hustle. Thank you so very much for tuning in this morning. Get out there, change the world, set your vision, and really just be yourself. But guys, please don't ever wait for tomorrow because it's a new week, or because it's Monday, or because that's when the norm is. Just do it today. Get out there, start hustling, and change the world. One vision, one goal, or one positive mindset at a time. Can't wait for next week, and I will see each and every one of you next week. Enjoy your Sunday and have a great day. Thank you again.